not ready, please turn on the console.
Welcome to the AggroCast, the official podcast at AggroGamer.com. This is episode 66, and I am your host, Michael. 6 Strokes is all I need, Camacho, and with me are Brian, Make Mike Stop Please Bentley, and Ben Win-Win, but seriously, please shoot me.
Seriously, please, just pull out and just shoot me right in the head.
So should I put that at the end for bloopers, or just keep it at the beginning?
No, I think you should put it at the end.
Okay.
Just throw it at the end after the song.
So everybody listening, the reason why I sounded like I was speaking so fast at the beginning, because I had to get out the first part. Listen to the end for the bloopers, please. Because it's one of the few times I edit, so please listen to the end of the podcast.
The few times that he actually does.
It'll be after a song. Ben knows the song, too. He hates it. Tango, tango, eat okay.
So how you guys been?
Good.
Alright. I've just been trying to catch up on schoolwork and everything, so I've been really tired just by trying to catch up and whatnot. And studying for the other test I need to take for the possible job out in Vegas, so that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Now,
other than that,
study for that? I don't know. How does that work?
I'm studying just to be safe on it. So
sure.
I mean, they gave us links and whatnot, and they're like, oh yeah, make sure you look through it or study whatever. I'm like, okay, so that's what I'm doing. I went to the Detroit Tigers home opener on Friday and had fun. Besides the fact that it was 40 degrees outside and was freezing my ass off. So
nice.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, stop playing with it.
I hit something on my iTouch. I apologize. iPod Touch. Brian, how you been?
Hey, pretty good. Had the future in-laws in town this weekend. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We actually went to a train museum, but like miniature train.
Yeah.
And it was by far one of the most just the amount of work they put into this was amazing. It was if you like model trains, this would be something you would definitely want to do. It was really cool. So
cool.
We did that, and other than that, I've just been working a lot because we got Go Live coming up next weekend. So I'll be working a lot of hours, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more writing and more game playing and stuff once that ends. So
wow, I know how you feel on that. I've been working my butt off. So people may wonder why we didn't record episode 66 a little earlier. 65 got up a little late after we recorded, so we decided to wait because I don't think any of us really got any gaming in anyway.
Mm-mm.
It would have probably been like our introduction. We'd be like, all right, guys, bye. There's really nothing going on either, so it was kind of like, we'll wait a bit. No reason to put a show out when it's not necessary. So,
yeah.
Well, since the last podcast, not going to go too into detail, but I am single again. It'll deal with my next bit of news as well. Just kind of had to step back, not only from a relationship-wise, due to a lot of stress. Basically, it's kind of like one of those things where when you own a house, you can't really cut out work. So you have to cut out other things. So Nick and I had to end that. It was probably one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make.
Not bad.
I bet.
Yeah, I mean, it took me like a few days to really even figure it out. So there's no ill feelings there at all. At least I hope not. But other than that, I guess I'll make the announcement now. As Brian and Ben know, I'm stepping down as chief editor as well from AggroGamer. Don't worry, listeners, I'm still here for the AggroCast. Basically, it's another thing. I gotta cut out certain things right now, responsibilities and other things that can even cause the stress. I mean, AggroGamer's a great site to run and all, but I haven't been able to put in the time that I used to. So David, aka Hades, will be taking over the duties of chief editor. I mean, he does a lot of work on the site, a lot of great work, so he's perfect for the job.
Absolutely.
So,
but you're not going. It's not like you're going away.
No. I'm gonna stick around in more of like a behind-the-scenes editorial capacity. Basically, when you see articles go live, it's not going to be just David or Brian. It's going to be probably me as well, and I'll still be doing the podcast and some other things behind the scenes. But I really got to step away from the daily activities. It's just been a lot lately, and unfortunately, as I told them earlier, I own a home, so I can't cut out my job. So I got to cut out the other things. I will be starting a personal blog in the near future. I'm not going to say anything now about it until it's actually live, but it's something that I'm going to update when I feel like I can update it, not something I feel like I have to get around to. Which is anybody who's in the journalism business knows when you're actually working for a site or a magazine, there's deadlines, and we have our own self-imposed deadlines for reviews and stuff like that, and it's been tough lately. With all the stress I've had, it's been like turning on a video game at times was like looking at complete chaos on the screen. So that kind of helped. And recently I've been able to get more gaming in because I've been more relaxed. So that's kind of the big thing that's going on with me right now. Other than that, I did hit Sakura Matsuri out here in DC. For those who aren't in the area, that's basically the Japanese street festival that happens during the Cherry Blossom Festival every year. Basically, there's a bunch of like tents and booths set up that sell Japanese goods, Asian food. There's even like a J-pop land area that sells like anime, but they also have like DDR set up and other Japanese games that Ben is really good at, like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Would like to have him there so he can kick everybody's ass.
Okay.
Hey,
man, you own that one guy.
You kicked Seth's ass that actually is like part of the Capcom community.
Do you remember the video game expo 2 years ago?
VGX.
And we had, what was it, Mortal Kombat versus DC?
Yeah, I got beat by a Suicide Girl.
remember the two guys that was owning everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat those two guys.
I know. And I lost to a Suicide Girl.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. At least it was the cute one.
Let's not go there, Brian.
Yeah, I'm just like
Well, no, it was the one that was actually running the event.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Yeah, I used to play this with my brother." I was like, "Obviously, I just got my fucking ass handed to me."
Nice.
Or at least a Mortal Kombat style game. But no, anyway, so I went to Sakura Matsuri, and then for people in the DC area, I went to Annandale, Virginia, which is basically Koreatown. Started off at Sheila Bakery. I didn't really get any food there. We were just kind of like meeting up there afterwards. We did hit miniature golf beforehand, which was me making perverted jokes every 5 minutes.
No.
I have to say one thing. She'll probably never listen to this podcast, but I gotta thank fellow Soompier Mai for putting up with me. Well, her and Cecilia, both of them put up with me pretty much the whole day, because they were like the only two girls in the group, and me and this one guy, Paulo, we were like probably horrible the whole day. We were making jokes left and right. It was pretty bad. So they put up with us. Gotta thank you too if you ever listen to this. You guys are great sports. As for that, we went to Korean food for dinner. Basically, just like when we went to Samurai Boston, Ben remembers. I got the dolsot bibimbap.
Yeah.
Which is basically there's rice at the bottom and like a stone bowl that's still like sizzling hot, and it's got beef, bean sprouts, think there was zucchini or something similar in there, cucumbers, a fried egg, and some other stuff in there. It was good. I actually thought the one at Samurai Boston was better. They gave you more rice. And I also got the kunmandu, which for those who don't speak Korean is the fried dumplings, which is also very good. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of people from the Soompi.com site that Ben and I are a part of. And that's really all I've been up to. That's as of up till today. And I'm just back to work 24 out of 25 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I did get my tax return.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that
the
too.
6,000 finally got in. They said May 4th, but somehow it showed up like a month early.
The government works for once. Wow.
I know. Holy shit. I did, for everybody out there wondering, oh, did you just blow all the money like I normally would do? No, I paid off 3 credit cards and put $500 each on a couple others. I made sure I got that stuff done first. But, of course, when you get that money in, you gotta spend a little bit on yourself.
Yeah.
So I got some anime series, some shirts.
How many dolls?
Actually, none. Well, I bought one at the festival. Just one. And that was $25 I spent. Surprisingly enough, that's all I spent on figures. The biggest splurge was I got an iPod Touch. 64 gigabyte. Basically my iPod Classic, which is 160 gigs, is kind of like you can hear the hard drive click, 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 click sometimes, and I was like, I don't know how much longer that's going to last, so I picked this up. It's actually pretty nice. It's nice to be able to actually use apps and play games. So I spent much of Friday putting music on there and converting anime and stuff for the trip, music videos, Korean music videos and concerts for the trip over to the format I need. But I gotta say I like it. Ben, you know we got those Prince of Persia iPhone cases. I put the iPod Touch in there.
It doesn't fit.
It's too
at all.
small.
Yeah.
It fits, but not well. It protects it, but it's not
too
great.
well. No, because it's supposed to fit for the iPhone, because the iPhone is a bit bulkier than the iTouch.
So screw you, Apple. You need to make it the same so I can just use one freaking cover. Now I gotta buy a freaking cover instead of just using the free one I got at PAX. Like the mooch I am. So I will be giving away a used iPhone cover. It was in my pocket all day yesterday. Over 12 hours. Hold on. You can smell the ball sweat.
Oh,
sorry. Alright, we'll move on to that point.
Well,
So let's get into what we've been playing. I have a long list, so do you guys want to go first?
yeah. Ben, you want to go first?
yeah, mine is pretty short anyways, but I've been playing, I was on hiatus for a little bit of playing anything for a while, but I've recently started over on Final Fantasy XIII. And
That's got to be tough, man.
Yeah, hit A for 8 hours, come on.
Yeah, pretty much, but I'm starting over because the first time I was playing it through it, I was just rushing things through, avoiding battles or whatnot, and I finally got to a point where, my guys weren't strong enough for some of these battles. I'm like, no, it's not going to work. So I'm starting all over to do it right this time and actually have time to explore, and instead of just avoid this area, make sure to go through the each area or whatnot. But then besides that, I've also been playing a little bit of Starcraft II.
Is it getting any better as they rework the settings and all?
Yeah,
and balancing issues?
Yeah, with the balance issues, it's been getting a lot better. I've been mostly playing Terran, so I can get used to that. But the only other race that I've really played is the Toss, and I only played that once, and I'm like, I'd rather stick with the Terrans. So I've been playing that. I played a little bit of 1-on-1 and some 2v2.
Nice.
So I've won a few, lost a lot. And I'm still trying to get used to what I need to do first. Trying to work out, what units I need to have out and what I need to have set up so I can survive within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the map. So I'm still working some of the kinks out on that. Other than that, I've been playing a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies because ever since I had to reformat my computer, I pretty much I had to reinstall everything and all the achievements and especially in Torchlight. Yeah, I need to play that game play that game again too. So yeah, I have some work to do with those two games, but it's going to be a good thing for me to bring back. So. Other than that, that's about it. How about you, Brian?
Oh, I really haven't been playing much other than Final Fantasy XIII, which I'm actually getting pretty close to the end. I'm in Chapter 13, which is the final chapter. I just got to a point where I'd done 44 of the 64 CF missions, and I was getting to the point where I'm starting to fight things that are too difficult for me to fight without opening up that 10th level of the Crystarium. So I'm still working on that, and I'm almost finished. So I'm kind of getting excited and kind of sad that it's going to be over, but at least you get to keep playing, so that's a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
We'll see if I still want to play, though. That's always been my problem. I always try to finish games before I finish the game because I just don't want to. I just want to keep playing. But we did play some Wii Sports Resort last night, and I know when you first got it, Mike, you said you didn't like the bowling as much, and I actually kind of find the bowling more enjoyable in Resort.
Was it the bowling?
Yeah, wasn't it bowling?
That was something else. I thought I liked the bowling better. Nicola didn't like the bowling.
Oh,
because at first it wasn't as it was more tighter controls in Wii Sports Resort. I liked it better.
Yeah,
I thought it was easier.
Yeah, I thought it was easier also for some reason. I really, really liked it a lot better. And then I've been playing this game called Airport Madness 2. I kind of played the free one. It's from Big Fat Simulations, and it's actually a lot of fun if you like the sort of time management, sort of like Harbor Master, or I forget what the other air game is on the iPhone iApp thing, iStore app. But so you don't gotta get planes and put them through the get ones to take off and have them land, don't have them crash.
Oh,
that sort
Flight
of thing.
Path.
There you go, Flight Path. So it's kind of like that, except it's a Flash game. And I actually was I love this, the free one. I'm actually going to spend the money, because, small company, try to support them if I can. And the game is so buggy. The full version is so ridiculously buggy.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll have a mishap, a couple crashes, and then all of a sudden it'll just move me to the next level. And I'm like, what?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs in the game. I don't think they really QA'd it very much, but I mean, it was only $6 or $7, but still, I mean,
wow, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for it to be so buggy. So if you're thinking about buying it or trying it out, just play the free version and be happy with that. So
it's crazy.
Well, I honestly cannot, tell anyone that it would be worth the $6 or $7 that I spent, because it's not. It's so buggy. It's hard to play even occasionally, where it will just fail. You're like,
yeah.
I didn't do anything, So, yeah, I wish I could give a glowing recommendation, but it's just, I just can't. Not in good conscience.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right, let's get to the list.
Oh, good lord. All right. I've been playing a lot, actually. I finished Fragile Dreams. I don't want to say too much because my review is up, and I'd prefer people to go read that. Even if I am a little critical about my own review this time around.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's up to par to my other reviews, but with everything that's gone on recently, it's kind of to be expected. But, great game, in my opinion. I mean, this is a game that's very anime in style. very story-driven, excellent graphics, cel-shaded, it's perfect. I didn't hear any of the English voice acting. That's why I didn't touch on it in the review. It was all Japanese, and it was very well done. Excuse me. I'm drinking a few beers tonight.
You?
It's not a very action-oriented game. The only action you have is, like, hack and slash at enemies, but even then the game encourages you, when it gets overwhelming, run away and heal up.
Huh.
It tells you, run away. It's like,
Wow.
There's no reason to push yourself to death. Like, it's like, because everywhere you go, there's like these little, like, almost like these little campfire things. And when you rest at one of them, it heals you all the way back up. And it comes in handy. But the whole game is about kind of trying to make you feel the loneliness of this character.
Mm-hmm.
Seto, that's the main character in the game. But in the beginning, you actually find something early on called a personal frame. It's like a backpack, and he puts it on and it talks. And it's like a female voice, very robot-like, but it talks a lot like a human. It's cool because this is very early on, so it's not a lot of spoilers. I mean, she's on the front cover and whatnot. Maybe not the front cover, but if anybody buys anime, you know how this is. They make a reversible cover if you want to switch it to like the Japanese version. But there's a girl named Ren. You meet her very early on in the game. And now you're trying to find her because you've finally found another human being in like this post-apocalyptic world. No, it's not like a Fallout world or anything like that. But you're trying to find her because you found another human, another survivor. But this personal frame, as you're looking for this girl and you're talking about her, the personal frame will get jealous.
Huh.
And it's kind of funny. Like, it actually made me laugh multiple times in the way it reacted. But in a very, like I said, anime-type way. If you're an anime fan, you're going to love this game. Don't go in expecting even an action Japanese RPG. It's not. It's a very artsy style game. And like I said in my review, I think it's going to turn a lot of people off who aren't expecting this. But if you're a fan of anime, if you're a fan of Japanese RPGs and you have that patience, you will really enjoy this game. This is a very well done game. But you have to have the patience for it. If you got ADD, you're probably going to put the game down within an hour. So,
hey.
But read my review for more. I really liked it, and I would recommend it to anyone who's into that style of game. Alright. To the rest of the list, I played a little bit of Dead or Alive Paradise on the PSP. It's basically Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. Or Extreme 2. One thing I had a problem with on the Xbox 360 with Extreme 2 was I felt the volleyball didn't feel as smooth as it did on the first one on Xbox. The PSP version feels like the original Xbox version. It's kind of like took me back to that very fluid feeling of the volleyball game, and I really like that.
Right, because everyone got it for the volleyball part of the game.
It's full fan service. No doubt about that. It is $30 though.
Ooh.
So if you're not into that type of game, stay away. It's not a fighting game at all. It's just like Dead or Alive Extreme 1 or 2. I played a little bit of Blaze Blue Portable, Calamity Trigger Portable for the PSP Go as well. $25, not a bad price for a fighting game that is actually really well done. I really like it. The only problem with the PSP Go is when you're playing a fighting game, your hands can get cramped.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of have to say get it for a regular PSP instead if you have one. If you own both, get it for the regular PSP. If you only have one or the other, just get it for whatever you have. But it's a really well-made game, and if you like it on the 360 or the PS3, you'll like it on the PSP.
Here's my question to you then. Did you play it for the PS3 or 360?
360, yes. I actually own the limited edition.
Okay.
I haven't played a lot because I'm not really good at fighting games. I just play them when I'm in the mood.
So like graphically, or like gameplay wise, does it play about as smooth as it would be on the 360 or PS3?
Yeah, it's not as the graphics aren't as sharp on the PSP screen, but it's still very well done. I mean, it's a 2D game, so it's not hard to recreate that on a portable device.
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering because I was just wondering if there's any lag issue or anything like that.
Well, for $25, for somebody who may not own a regular console or the newer consoles but have a PSP or a PSP Go, I don't know what the price. I'm guessing it's $25 for retail as well. But on PSN it was $25 for download, and it's a little over my $20 price limit. But I really enjoy a game like that on the go because, like I said, I'm not good at fighting games. So to play it in short doses is exactly what I'm looking for. So I enjoyed that. I played a little more Aeon. I'm up to level 17 now. I haven't really played in the last 4 or 5 days, but I got up to level 17. A lot easier now than it was before. I think I said that on the last podcast. It's just, they've made it a lot smoother transition between levels. But I hear 45 to 50 is a bitch.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. On the Xbox, I've played actually a few independent games recently. I figured I'd go in there and check out what I may have missed. I played Shoot 'Em Up, which is a shoot 'em up, a shmup. It's actually a really well done. I love the way this game plays. You're flying around. You start off as like 2 or 3 ships in this formation, and as you're killing enemies, more 1-up things pop up on the screen. And it's not like 1-up to give you an extra guy if one of them dies. Like, you add another ship to your fleet. And as you add them up, you can, when you're going against these enemies, you can either bring your ships right on top of each other so you can easily squeak through a lot of the bullets coming at you, or you can spread them apart. And as you spread your ships apart, the further apart they are, it can either create one big blast or multiple larger blasts going at enemies, instead of just regular, like, single bullets. So, I think I got up to, like, 19 ships at once.
Wow.
And I had 2 or 3 large streams of bullets just shooting out. It's fun as hell. It's like $1 on Xbox Live Indie Games. For $1, I have to recommend everybody pick that up. I had a blast with it. And I'm not, just like fighting games, I'm not good at shmups. I pre-ordered Death Smiles because, hell, the limited edition alone's worth the $50. Plus Gothic Lolita for the win.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Moving on.
But no, that game is awesome. Shoot 'Em Up. Look for it in the independent games on Xbox Live. You can't go wrong for $1. Another game I played was Twin Blades. I played the demo of it on Xbox Live Arcade, and I can't remember the price. I think it was about $5 on there, but it's actually only $1 on the iPod Touch. So I'm playing it on there. I will have to say I prefer the controller over the touchscreen. But it's kind of like a game where you're like playing as it's very anime style. You're playing as a nun with a huge like scythe and a gun. And you're just killing zombies running across the screen. It's very basic, but it's a lot of fun for a pick-up and play game. When you're on a subway or a bus or on a road trip or something, it's a great game to pick up, play for a bit, and then put down. And then pick it up again later and put down. I mean, it's just one of those perfect games, and I understand why it was brought out for, like, the iPod Touch. But I will say, for those who have Xbox Live Arcade, pay the extra and use the 360 controller. The analog sticks works a lot better than the touchscreen. I found myself jumping a lot on the touchscreen by accident, which can be kind of annoying. I played a few other games on Xbox Live Arcade. I can't remember the names. A lot of them are very Japanese.
Meaning?
Well, they're like even the names on some of them are Japanese, so I couldn't even tell you what the names of them are. But there's two really cool ones I played. I might be able to find the names later and tell you on the next podcast. One, you're like trying to collect these like icons, so like sweets and desserts and stuff. But as you're running through the level, you're kind of like grabbing onto the wall to rotate it. So it's like puzzle. Each one's like a puzzle. And as you rotate the walls, you can jump down to the next area, grab what you need there, rotate it again, which way you need to, and get the next thing. But as you go on, it has these little blocks that move when you rotate. So it might create a bridge or it might create an opening. And surprisingly, this game was only $1. Again. I mean, this game was just addictive. Like, I was like, I gotta stop. I have other games I want to try. Like, I had to force myself to put it down to try another one. And the same people that made this game made another game where you're almost using like a grappling style claw to grab onto walls and stuff or platforms in the middle of nowhere, and you're spinning yourself around the level, and as you bring yourself up around like a block or something, you can let go and then shoot it up further and swing yourself around that while you're picking up the same type of icons. Very puzzle-oriented, but again, another just $1 game. Made by the Japanese, but it's just very well done.
Sorry, that was just funny. Like, but it's made by the Japanese, but it's okay. It was still well done.
Well, for those worried that it might be like a very Japanese-centric type game.
Sorry.
I mean, it is anime in style, but there are games that I have to highly recommend. I'm going to try to see if they're also on the iPod Touch, because I think they'd work. One of them would definitely work perfect for it. The other one, the one with the claw, I don't know. Be kind of tough. But they work great for the Xbox Live indie games. Continuing on 360, I played Battle Fantasia, which is another game published by Axis Games here, by the team who did Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. Or BlazBlue. It's an okay fighting game. I got the Texan. Good lord. I gotta stop drinking. What am I on, my fifth now?
I don't know, you tell us.
Tekken 6 limited edition for the fight stick and all, because it was like $60 brand new on Newegg.com. And it's usually like $150. So I picked that up, I was playing that game. It's okay. It's not as good as the BlazBlue or the Guilty Gear series. So, if you can get it for cheap like I did, I got it for, I think it was $12 on Amazon. If it's still at that price, I'd say pick it up. Other than that, I wouldn't pay more than $15 for the game. Because it's like a below average fighting game. But if you're into that style, you'll probably like it. Other than that, I got the iPod Touch. I played some Bejeweled 2. Got Peggle for it. We all know Peggle by now. If you don't, what are you doing with your life? How do you not know what Peggle is? I'm just going to say it like that. Then I got some very anime-style games on the iPod Touch. What a shock!
Yeah.
One's called, or two of them are called Cutie Kasumi and Cutie Sakura. If you guys have ever done a scratch-off ticket, it's similar to that. It's basically this picture of an anime girl underneath, but it looks like a scratch-off ticket, but there's these two, like, enemy blobs floating around, and you have to dodge them while scratching off the screen.
I honestly cannot even visualize
that. Are you facepalming with me, Brian, with this?
It's more like I'm kind of just like my mouth is open.
Hold on.
Like I'm just like, I don't even know.
Well, the cool thing about it is, as you're scratching, kind of like you would like if you had a coin on a scratch-off, because it's like takes up the whole screen, and these things are moving around, you have to dodge them because they're like rectangles.
Of course you do.
You can let go off the screen, and they won't hurt you if they hit you. Once you put your finger back down, you can start moving again. But to get the best combo, you don't let your finger up and you try to go as far as you can without either lighting up or getting hit. It's actually, for the iPod Touch or iPhone, it works perfectly. It's the perfect game for it, because you're just kind of like, it's like a little mini game, just constantly going through. I thought it was kind of fun. I think they were $1 a piece. I mean, I'm willing to play a lot of different things for only $1. I mean, you can't really go wrong as long as it's entertaining. I played another one called Girls Break. It's almost like an Arkanoid style, but you're like this moe little maid at the bottom, and you shoot this ball up towards like these cookies, and as you break them, pieces of the cookies fall down. But each one you break, and as you catch them as well, it unlocks more of this picture in the background of an anime girl. Nothing porn related, even with the last game, I promise. So it was a fun game for $1. And I played this game called Moemori 1 and 2. That game can be a little shameful, I guess. As it's basically to clear all the cards that you flip over, which are just pictures of anime girls. It's basically like a memory match game. It reveals a picture at the end, if you can do it within a certain time limit that you can set yourself. So if you want to take the easy route, you can be like, 16 pictures, and I'm going to put 5 minutes down. But cool games, all really cheap. I did pick up a couple of visual novels. For those who don't know, that do listen to the podcast and know I play hentai games. They're basically stripped down, edited versions of the hentai games. I haven't played them yet. I hope to in the upcoming weeks. But I'll discuss them when I get to them. They were Kira Kira and Gift. So, if anybody's wondering, they're $10 a piece, which is better than the $40 to $50 they cost on the English site for the hentai version. I can skip the sex for $30, $40 of savings. It's not that important. I do want to say I haven't played it yet, but Mega Man 2 is only $1 on the iPod App Store.
I might have to pick that up for my touch.
Yeah, for $1, I don't care how bad it is. It's Mega Man 2 for $1.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, that's really all I've been playing lately. I've got a lot in the past week or so.
Yeah, no kidding.
So why don't we jump into the bargain bin section, Ben? Win-win? Ben? Wake up.
Still there.
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on.
No.
No, there's no hold. Alright, Brian.
All right, well, I guess I'll go.
Skip ahead.
All right. So for me, the on the DL this week is Chime on Xbox Live Arcade, and it is 400 points. It is a kind of puzzly type game. If you listen to Weekend Confirmed, you would have heard Garnet talk about it this past weekend. So.
Oh, so it's the third episode?
Yes.
Damn, I've only got a second.
Well, I'll talk about that a little later because I'm really loving that show. But yeah, so Chime, Xbox Live Arcade, 400 points. Go get it.
So Trine?
Oh God, no, not Trine. Chime, like like a
so
bell.
So Chine, like China?
Like, oh, you're killing me. Just
I'm doing it on purpose, right?
Oh. Okay. What about Netflix picks?
Alright, for my Netflix picks, I am picking Dollhouse Season 1.
What?
Another great Joss Whedon show that got canceled before it should have because he does not know how to market his shows. Because if he went to sci-fi, he'd be able to make a lot more shows, but he would get less money.
That is true. He would.
I don't know about you guys. Yeah, you get the money, but you're only on for, a season and a half? I'd rather be on for 5 to 7 seasons and make less money. Because that means that my creativity is actually being appreciated. But anyway, Elijah Dushku stars. Ha ha. That's all I'm going to say. Ha ha ha. Elijah. Oh. Eliza Dushku stars basically as Echo. She's kind of like a underground operative that goes on missions, but as she starts remembering things from previous missions, she starts questioning everything, and it kind of breaks out from there. Good series. I've only watched an episode or two. I really haven't watched a lot. I do have the first season on Blu-ray. Just haven't really gotten down to watching it. But I gotta recommend it. Joss Whedon, he's the guy who did Buffy, Angel, Firefly. With a track record like that, you can't really go wrong. Unfortunately, his shows lately haven't stayed around a lot because, like I just said, he tries to go for the big networks money instead of going for the smaller networks that will let him actually produce shows long term. But for what was the show, I definitely have to recommend checking it out. If you'd rather get it from Netflix, it's like 4 discs. I don't know if they have the Blu-ray copy. It shows that they do. I don't know how many discs that is. I think it's 3. Yes, the site says 3 discs for Blu-ray, 4 for regular DVD. And let me tell you something. TV shows on Blu-ray aren't in fucking HD most of the time. That just means they can put more shows on less discs.
Really?
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that with Burn Notice Season 2.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I was like, God damn it, I could have bought the regular DVD and watched it upscaled for the same quality.
The thing with Dollhouse, and it's not that I disliked the show, because I really liked it, there were times where he kind of let it get out of control. Like, he was like, you're like watching it and you're like, I don't know what he's trying to do here.
Yeah.
And it would sort of go on the small tangent and then come back and you're like, oh, okay, it's good again. And there were just a few episodes here and there, and that's one of the reasons why it lost so much ratings is there would just be like 2 episodes in a row that you'd just be sitting there scratching your head like, I have absolutely no idea how this fits in with everything else. And then with the shortened second season, there was just stuff that just made no sense at all. It was like, all right.
Yeah.
But it was very good. It was a very good show. It just wasn't. I guess the problem is all of his stuff is either compared back to Buffy or Firefly, and this just did not measure up the same.
Let's be honest, though. When it's sitting on Netflix streaming, where you're already paying for Netflix anyway,
oh yeah,
you can't go wrong with it sitting on there.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
So,
no,
definitely got to check that out. Ben, are you ready for Bargain Bin?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sort of had a little bit of interference heading my way, but anyways, my bargain bin for today is coming for the Xbox 360. It is Batman Arkham Asylum. So if you have a membership and you've been a member for quite a little bit, you get the 10% off. And it could be all yours for $19.79 at Gamefly.com. So it's a good game. It came out just a little under a year now, almost, maybe. But yeah, it's a good game to pick up, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. If you're a big, huge Batman fan, I would say definitely pick it up. Or if not, you like the fighting style genre that it is, or somewhat stealth game, then yeah, definitely pick it up as well. So yeah, that's my bargain bin for today, or for this week, really. So, what are we talking about today, anyways, Brian?
I just read the.
You just read.
I'm in now. I'm with it now. It's all good. I'm here. I don't think we actually had necessarily a particular topic, but one thing I wanted to talk about was, have you guys listened to Weekend Confirmed at all?
I've listened to the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I've listened to the first 2 episodes as well. I just downloaded the episode 3, and I'll be listening to that sometime real soon.
Is it Jeff Kanata that didn't like Mass Effect 1?
You know what? I don't remember. I think it was.
Fuck him. Nah. Just because I'm a Mass Effect fan. Sorry.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. But no, I mean, the first one I felt like they were just trying to feel each other out and not feel each other up, feel each other out. But
out around their balls.
Oh God.
Still did it. What?
But it really felt like, at least in this third episode, that really came together. I don't know. I'm just really enjoying the show, even though it's brand new.
Yeah.
I really like the way they work together.
Like you said, the first episode was definitely them trying to see how the chemistry worked. But the second episode I really enjoyed. Garnet Lee sounded like he was, by the second episode, was already back into his role of just main host.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll have that topic of discussion. Let's talk about podcasts recently. Since our last episode. I mean, have you guys... I know I asked you, Brian, Ben, have you guys had a chance to listen to episode 56 of Rebel FM?
I'm like 15 episodes behind, and I've been trying to catch up with like all the most recent ones.
I'm telling you,
of like
skip them all till you get to episode 56 because Robert Ashley is fucking back. I actually told Duddy, one of our listeners, he's like, well, Rebel FM, I don't want to catch up. I said, dude, start at episode 56. At the time, he was like an episode back. It was like episode 57 just came out. Now it's at 58. But I was like, dude, listen to this one. Trust me. I mean, Robert, Ashley, and Tyler break out into the Ghostbusters 2 theme song when they start talking about Ghostbusters 2. And they're singing like Bobby Brown.
Nice.
I'm
We
freaking
got
at work.
to take control.
Dude, it is so funny. They're doing it at the
Gotta
exact
take
same
control.
time. Like, you've got Robert, Ashley, Tyler, some guys from, I believe one or two of the guys from Co-op was there, and Tyler's girlfriend's in the background too. So they come back from break at one point, and the girlfriend actually had told them that Tyler sits down to pee. And he's like, this is the best advice, the only advice my dad ever gave me. He's like, son, you know how to keep your girl happy? Sit down to pay. Oh my god.
I'm guessing that's to avoid having to put up and down the seat.
Yeah, and peeing on it as well. So then they get into a conversation. Anthony and Arthur both admit that they're like urinal shy. Which I will say right now, I agree. I am with them 100%. I don't go to urinals unless I have to.
Oh, really?
Well, it happened in the Air Force because when you do pee tests, they like stand over your shoulder. And it's so creepy, it just fucked me up. So.
Yeah, actually, I thought it was kind of weird because like there's this guy at work who refuses to use the urinal, and I'm just kind of like,
it is not weird. That is normal. At least semi-normal. There's a lot of people with that problem.
I mean, I admit that I'm a little, a little gun shy when there's other people. Like, well, we also have some people in our office that try to talk to me, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I'm like, I'm not even looking at you. I'm like, don't talk to me.
Well, hey, how's it going? You're like, shut up! I'm trying to pee. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't bother you when you're trying to do something. It's just, ugh.
It's kind of like one of those things. Like, how would you like it if I looked over the stall and while you're taking a shit, going, "Hey man, what's up?
How's it going?" And you're like, actually, I had someone do that. Not look over, but started talking to me. He's like, he asked me if I was one person. I'm like, is he talking to me? Because I'm on the shitter. Just saying. And then he's like, Brian. It's like Brian, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I mean, what do you say? I'm like, can't deny that but I'm like, why are you talking to me?
I don't know.
It was really creepy.
Did he bang on the stall first? I'm like, hey Brian, you there?
No. But it was anything just short of that. Yes.
That's funny. Ben, I know you watch anime. Brian, you ever watch any anime like The Guyver or anything?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Of The Guyver?
Oh, not The Guyver, no. But
because I just found out Mark Hamill was in the live-action movie called The Guyver.
Oh, yeah, that I could have... Yes, he was.
What?
He was. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was in the live.
No?
No! What?
Yeah.
I'm saying this out. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
How bad
it was terrible. The movie was horrible.
Oh, it was, Mike, let me put it this way. And you, this is coming from me, right? Don't watch it. Whatever you do, I don't care if it's an instant
I don't plan to.
pick or whatever, just don't watch it at all. Try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, it's not good. It's
Yeah,
It's not. It's almost not good enough to be. It's not bad enough to be good. Like,
Crazy.
it's just bad.
So crazy.
Yeah, it's just no, just don't.
Man, that is nuts. Oh, I saw that on like GooseX. Somebody actually was offering it.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, other podcasts and listeners, of course, the Geek Box.
Oh man, I'm like 5 behind on that.
Average Joe Gamer, which, hey guys, we saw you at PAX, but to wait till the last 5-10 minutes of your show to even mention that you saw us,
oh my
that's
god,
fucked up.
Oh my god,
I'm saying it right now. That's not only
I-
Leon. Leon, you're still cool, but Nate and Eric, seriously, that's fucked up. I know I called you old, Eric, but fuck, come on. I know you and your friend that showed up were the old man convention, but come on. Alright, I'm not helping.
No, you're not. Come on, they said that we hung out with them more than we even wasn't really hanging out with them. We just ran into them and just sat there and chat.
Yeah.
While you were playing on your DS.
Hell yeah. I had to play my damn Mario Kart for show.
For how long? 8 hours on Saturday?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Yeah, so don't dog on them too much.
Nah, I just mess. I just wanted to throw it out there because, hey, they waited till the last freaking...
They gave everyone shout-outs around that time.
Know. Gamer husbands, fuck them! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
I demand better treatment. Future.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Oh, Lord. Sorry.
Oh.
I went there.
Yeah, you certainly did.
Hey, I went there and now I'm gonna do a crip walk. Sorry.
Alright.
So, anybody been listening to anything else?
Honestly, no. It's just terrible. I'm so far behind. It's ridiculous.
I would start one and try to play like a game while listening to it, and I somehow just like phase the majority of it out until I have literally like tap screen out of it and then go back a little bit. Like, what did they say? So, yeah, I'm so bad with podcasts lately. Like sometime in the fall, I was like all caught up, and now I was like, I'll listen to it when I get to it.
Yeah, I've been behind for a couple weeks. I do want to tell people, for those wondering, if the game Spy debriefings were going to be gone.
What?
Well,
are they merging them with like the IGN
podcast
or something?
Arthur and Anthony both now work for IGN exclusively.
Oh, okay.
But they're actually going to keep the Game Spy debriefings going. So I think Ryan Scott is. I think he might be IGN.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Are they just closing GameSpy? Is that what's
happening?
No,
they're not.
Okay.
But I went on there today, and it seemed like a lot of their articles are just like joke articles. Like, I didn't see anything that was like serious.
That's weird.
Like, I like the two Bryans that were on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want a website that's all just jokes.
Yeah.
Those guys are funny, but not funny where I'm going to spend my time looking at a whole website all the time when they're just making silly articles.
Right. Like The Onion is funny occasionally, you know.
Yeah, most of the time it sucks. That's why I laugh when people are like, oh my god, The Onion's so funny. I'm like, yeah, like once every 3 months.
It has its moments.
Yeah, that's what I said, like once every 3 months, though. It's not constantly funny. Just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. You're allowed to be wrong.
I'm allowed to always be right.
Yeah.
Shell.
Hey, you're not the boss anymore, man.
Fuck you. Hold on. I'm looking at AggroGamer.com. I still am right now. You're fired. That's my final...
My last will and
action. You're
testament.
fired. And for those who've been missing the podcast and might have missed stuff, Death Smiles, the shmup for 360, pre-order it now.
I wouldn't say they were missing it, Bob.
I think they were.
What's that beer? 6?
5.
5 still?
Yeah, I'm still going strong. This will be my last one, because I'm ready to pass the fuck out. My dog's already passed out in his bed. He's like, ah.
You shouldn't feed him all that beer.
I don't waste beer. What are you, fucking crazy?
I've been called worse. For better reason.
So, anybody have anything else to touch on for the podcast?
No, we definitely could use some topics, so if anyone has anything, jump on that.
Any hey goodbyes?
For what? You're not going. It's not like you're You're not like you're dead.
I know.
You're just
Well, I'm leaving as the head of the site. Kind of sucks. It's kind of bumming me out, but at the same time, I know in the long run it'll probably be better for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely.
Plus, David has put in a lot of work, and you guys will see that work hopefully in a month or 2.
Or maybe sooner.
Well, they've seen a lot of it already, but I'm saying the
Yeah.
big thing he's working on.
We won't save right now, but you'll see it soon.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Plus, he has other things going on that we want to congratulate him on, but unless he talks about it, we're not going to say anything.
Yeah. We'll wait. We'll wait until the official announcement until we say anything about it. So anyone that's actually doing it, good luck to them. Yeah. We won't say what though, but good luck to you. A lot of listeners will be like, "What? What the hell are they talking about?"
Yeah, they're like, well, that's really cryptic and vague.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Oh, I do want to say one thing before we go. Splinter Cell Conviction. Anybody planning on picking that up? Either of you two?
No, I'm gonna buy the super, bundle version for the 360. You know it.
No. Well, the heads up for the people who thought about pre-ordering it. The word on the street is the single player is only 5 hours.
Ooh.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That stings.
Because one of the guys on my Twitter just said, cancel my pre-order since I hear single player is only 5 hours, and I doubt I'll play much of the multiplayer.
Ouch. Oh, man.
That just made up my mind. Oh, wait. No, I already made it.
I might rent it,
after
but...
playing Double Agent, I was like, yeah, I'll never buy it. It's okay.
Dude, man, when they were showing that at E3, though, that looked so badass. They really did.
If you're really only doing 5 hours, that just shows you're not even trying.
Unless it's a really maybe it's a really, really awesome, intense 5 hours. I don't know.
Yeah, but even Mirror's Edge was 8 hours.
Yeah.
You gotta be between 8 and 10 hours. I think that was one of my problems. Like, I liked Wet, but it was kind of like 7 hours. It was just bordering on almost being like really not worth the money. And I paid like $40 for it, I think, when I was done. So.
Well, for a single player game, do you think it should be only 8 to 10, or should it be like minimum of I want to say 12? Because
no, I think when you hit 6, you're pushing it. Like, where I'm not going to spend $60, because at that point it's $10 an hour.
Yeah.
And some games, like, to me, Splinter Cell multiplayer, not really something I'm looking at.
Nah.
I've never been big on the co-op that they had anyway. It depends on the game, but it really should be at least 6. If I'm paying you $60, I expect like $10 an hour value.
Well, especially for a game like Splinter Cell, it should be higher than that. But I still say it would be all depending on what kind of game it is.
Because I've paid that for 7 or 8. Like, I think, Bayonetta was 6 or 7?
What about Heavenly Sword? That was short, right?
Nah, I know I played more than 5 hours of that.
I had never played it, but that's what I heard.
Maybe it was 5 hours, so I'm just not that good at it, but I know I played longer than that.
No, to me it was short because I ran through that game and it was pretty short. Yeah. So I thought it could have been a whole lot longer, but that's just me though.
Yeah. Unless there's a lot of unlocks if you keep playing through it, but like Bayonetta, it was like 6 hours, but you play through it on one mode, you get some unlocks, you play through it on the harder difficulty, you get more. Like different costumes each time and stuff.
Uh-huh.
For the game it was, which was very Japanese, that was probably perfect. But look at a game like Super Street Fighter 4. It knows it's not going to get $60 worth, so they made it $40.
Yeah, I'm really glad they bumped that.
So if you're going to have a 5-hour game, it's like they're going to sell it for $60 just based off the name alone. Not on the amount of content it has.
I'm sure that's part of it.
Seems like my problem with games nowadays. It's like too many games are selling for way too high a price just based off name and not what they're actually offering.
Well, and some of it is they just like, honestly, like there are developers that are just afraid to put out a game at less price because they just don't want to be tagged with that budget title.
Yeah.
Title.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Look at Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition is a game that's $20. Is fucking awful and been selling like fucking hotcakes. Because everybody
it's $20.
Is like, it's $20. Who cares how bad it is?
Yeah, I'm just saying that there's a connotation when you have a game that's at that level, at that price.
Yeah, but it can also go the opposite. Like, if Rogue Warrior came out for $20 instead of $60, it would have sold like Deadly Premonition because they're like, well, for $20, who cares how bad it is? It's got to at least be entertaining. And that's how people took Deadly Premonition. I want to play it because every podcast I listen to, they're like, dude, you just got to fucking play this game. I'm like, fuck, I got to play this game. It's $20, and it was actually $15 on Amazon this past week on a daily deal. And I still didn't buy it. I wish I had.
You wish you had.
It's $15. That's the thing. People don't realize. You can be like, oh my god, we don't want that budget title stigma. There's nothing wrong with that because people are willing to pay less for games.
I don't know. I'm just giving you the reasons, man.
Look at South Peak. If they put out their games as budget titles instead of $60 releases, they'd sell a hell of a lot more. All their games, X-Blades, Velvet Assassin, Section 8. $30 is like the perfect price point for every single one of those games. And they would have sold a lot more than they did.
Well, look at Runic Games when they released Torchlight for like, what was it, $20 at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's been down to 10 and 5.
Yes, seriously. If when that was $5, if you did not buy that game, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Or you already owned it. That was the only two acceptable.
And Perfect World will be pushing out the MMO for them.
Yeah, I mean, so, did you consider that a budget title? Because that was a huge success.
It was a budget title. No doubt about it.
Because the other half of it is the MMO.
Yeah, the other half of it is going to be an MMO, so.
Which, honestly, Perfect World did smart. They did it perfectly, getting them as, like, to co-publish.
Mm-hmm.
They basically said, hey, Runic, we'll give you all our expertise on MMOs. Just let us publish your game.
I think also a big part of that has to do with the fact that they were just really smart about, Runic is all about getting, the community involved, and they realize that that can be a huge part of the game and make it that much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go and buy it right now. Go.
Yeah.
Stop listening. Well, first rate us and review us on iTunes, and then go buy it.
Definitely, you gotta rate and review us, please, begging you. Any listeners wondering what's up with the prizes? Should be going out soon from the weekly Twitter contest. I don't think I told the winners who won from the Pokemon one.
Nice.
I don't think so either, because I was waiting for that, but
I know, I meant to do it Saturday morning, but I left for the... I'll do it tomorrow when I get home from work.
Are you saying I didn't win?
No. I know who won, I just forgot to direct message them.
Oh wait, we do have a new feedback on iTunes.
Do we?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How
this
bad
is
is it?
on April 7th. This is by SlaveBot. I met Mike and Ben at PAX East in Boston. Two really cool dudes. I've listened to a couple of the shows so far and liked it. The best thing I can say is that they are genuine in their love for gaming. Whether it's in person or on the show, they give an honest and entertaining perspective on games in the game industry. Give these guys a try.
Nice.
Nice.
I wonder who SlaveBot is.
I don't know.
I'm wondering how much you paid her to say it.
I know. We just told everyone that we met, like, hey, give these guys a listen or whatnot. And the title of the comment was laid back, informative, and cool. 5 stars. So,
Sweet. Well, thank you.
Thanks for.
Well, they've also reviewed Gametopia, so I have a feeling I know who it is.
I don't care.
You might have a small.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud. I'll take it.
No, I'm just saying, I think I know who it is, but I don't want to just throw somebody's name out there and then be like, that's not who it was. It was me. And I'll be like, oh, sorry. If you listen, email us and let us know exactly who it is. I don't want to make, I don't want to say accusations because that sounds like negative.
Right.
But I don't want to make a false guess. My guess won't be a hypothesis. It will not be educated at all. I'll just be throwing darts at a dartboard blindly. It's this person. We met them at PAX.
I think we met a lot of people at PAX.
Yeah. So, I guess we're going to be out of here. Like Brian said, rate and review us on iTunes. Brian, you've been playing Lot Row lately?
Nope, not really. Oh, you know what? I guess I did put in one night. Played a little bit, but not really. No, I've been trying to Final Fantasy XIII. Honestly, it just has owned me. I think I'm up to like 67 hours.
Yeah.
So check me as Quiglin on PSN. Send me an invite.
Yep.
Say hello.
Ben?
Yeah, you can find me at Church4252 on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook.
All right.
You can keep
as
your
for
kids in
me,
the Facebook.
you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, pwned as whatever /GNitro. If you want to find me on Xbox Live, it's GNitro space MWS, but please include who you are in the message or I will probably deny it because I only have about 10 some spots open for friends until they upgrade it. PSN is G-Nitro. And if you want to find me on Aeon, my main character has become on Asphalt server because it's the Soupy.com crew. You can find me on there as Nodoka. And WoW is still Chisame on whatchamacallit. The heck is it?
Frostwolf?
Frostwolf, there you go. And Ben has quit again, by the way.
Again.
Dun dun dun.
I'm partly to blame because I probably haven't been on at all anyway. I brought him back in and then I just haven't had time to play it lately.
Yeah,
I will bring you back though.
Oh,
Oh, and by the way, for the people watching the Streaming Awards, why? Urkel is on the stage.
Why
Jaleel
not?
fucking White and Mr. Belding was on there as well. You are not doing yourself well if you have Urkel and Mr. Belding. I mean, seriously, you're trapped in the fucking 90s.
They're D-list stars.
They're trapped in the fucking 90s.
Ashton Kutcher has his own online show. He's there.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. At
Please
least he
tell
was
me
in a...
no one pays for that.
But at least
right?
he was like the star in a movie recently. Okay, they have one. Mr. Belding hasn't been relevant since the, mid to early 90s? Same with Urkel, Jaleel White. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, I will tell you right now, Valentine's Day was a decent movie. I hate to say that, but it was.
People do what they do, to do online shows or whatnot.
They'll make that money. They don't care.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they got paid.
What, like, to be on the Streamy Awards?
Yeah. Like the Streamies say, we have $500. Who wants it? Mr. Ballin and Arnold's like, we'll split it.
We'll split it.
Oh, I gotta stop.
Yeah,
Alright. So we are on our way out. Don't forget, I do want to say, don't forget to check out our friends over at Average Joe Gamer. They do a good podcast, and we did see them at PAX East, even though they gave us a shout-out within the last 5 minutes of the show. But check them out as well. Eric, Nate, and Wesley, and Leon are all cool people. We all recommend them, I believe. I hope.
Yeah.
Or I'll stab you guys. Sorry, that was the Puerto Rican in me. Anyway, we are out. We will see you guys in episode 67. Peace!
Later!
Bye.
Win-win!
Win-win.
Welcome to the AggroCast, the official podcast at AggroGamer.com. This is episode 66, and I'm your host, Michael. 6 strokes is all I need, Camacho. And with me are Brian. God fucking damn it. I fucked it up.
Good
Alright. Welcome to the AggroCast, the official podcast at AggroGamer.com. This is episode 66, and I'm your host. This is going in the end as a blooper. Fucking great. Alright. I got this. Welcome to...
Oh,
oh, shit.